Hello, and welcome to Earth Trifle. I thought I'd share with you my, raised bed. Well, actually, it's a bank. Because when we first, moved here, we had a major water problem. All the water used to come off the flipping road at the front there, and end up coming down the driveway and end up in the house. Literally, I mean flooding in the house. All the water come off the fields, what have you, down the road, and come to this bend, it would flood and come down the driveway. Well, we had a load of work done, when we first came in, and that stopped that, thankfully. And this was part of what we did. Now, we actually used, I used a digger actually, and a spade. And we dug a trench through here, and we buried loads of rocks in it. It's basically a rockery, really, with soil over the top of it, because it provided like a void and with a pipe bin and what having drainage to allow the water to go towards a ditch, which happens to be over the other side of my bike over there. There's a ditch running through there, and the idea is it carries the water away, so it doesn't end up through the front door. Yeah, that was a bit disconcerting when that happened. When you've been there like 4 weeks and that happened. Not great. Luckily the house wasn't renovated at that stage. But what I want to share with you was really the fact that, look at it, it's gone loopy. All these little plants in here, I don't think I bought any of them. I think they're all cuttings, all of them are cuttings. I've got the irises, there's some alliums in there, big bulbous blue alliums, the big round globe allium flowers. Obviously loads of lavender, we've got some daisy there as well. But there's all sorts going on there. Some sensio, some variegated leaf over there. Obviously got this heather. This is an English variety of heather, which smells lovely. But I've left it a bit. Well, to be fair to Carol, I've been really busy, and Caroline's been sort of looking after and trimming it and that. But she only gives it a little haircut each time, and it could probably do with a massive, to be cut back hard. Can't now, but early in the season, what I should have done is right at the bottom. It's all woody now. We had like loads of little bits of growth coming down there. We should have cut that hard back and start again with it, really, because it's in a bit of a hard way. But I've taken some cuttings off it to make fresh ones, because they do really well in here in this bed, because it's literally just loads of drainage. It's full of rocks. It seems to like it. I don't know why that is. And it's big. It's got quite a size, that lavender, and so is that one over there as well. But now they can't really hold their own weight properly. So they really need to be cut back hard, really, and we haven't looked after them, and that's what's caused this problem. But the fact that everything's been cut, it's all been grown from cuttings and a little bit of tethering, what have you. This here, it's called now. Terrible names, I'll forget all the time. This stuff, which have a yellow flower on the top, it was literally one little cutting I took from somebody's garden, a little bit of root on the bottom. Wasn't the cutting actually, it was a bit of the root there, basically, with the plant on top. I took forked up, and that is all the way along. And every year, you just split it, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the same thing for our polyanthus, what have you, that we've got as well, which happens to be in the bank up the top there. And I just keep splitting it. Once you've got food plants, you can just keep doing that, and there's so many plants you can do that with. The lavender is really easy to take cuttings, softwood cuttings from the top there, or even woodier cuttings, not woody cuttings, but the slightly more mature cuttings. But I usually use the fresh growth and do it. And then you got over here, there's other things that are really easy to propagate. You've got protein, such as this, red robins, like that. Really easy to propagate. Just you just take a cut and chuck it in the pot. Does a trick. Same with that. And over here as well, we've got this variegated four-bundle type salix. That there, same again. That you can literally take a woody cut. If you take the off cut of this, if you cut that down to like 300 mils, 12 inches, and then chuck it in some soil. As long as it stays moist, it will grow roots out of it, and then you've got another tree. It's really easy to propagate, and it's lovely. Look at that. It's free. That's the thing, and I like free. I do. So a garden doesn't have to be expensive as long as you've got a little bit of time to deal with it. To do it. And occasionally you might get the free tree. You might get a free tree, just like this random oak tree that we did not plant. No. It's free, but it's actually quite a nice little tree, so we left it. And besides, before that's a problem, that's, you know, we'll be long gone. That'll be somebody else's problem. That close to the house. As it's not that far from the house, to be honest. That's far enough, to be honest, from the house. What was that, about 6 metres? 6 metres, maybe, could do a bit further away. But anyway, so my point being is that you don't have to spend loads of money at the nursery, hello Wally, to have pretty flowers and some shrubs and stuff like that, because, you know, just visit your friends, go to garden centres and don't buy the plants, just take cuttings off them. That's what you got to do, because that's what I did. Ain't I naughty? Leave that in the comments down below, so I'll say ta-ta, you know, and have a lovely day. Isn't that pretty? Ta-ta.